gotta drop this quick wisdom really quickly. I'm only going to the store for all those people like, oh my gosh, it's driving up. No, I'm not. Relax. Anywho, guys, really quickly, I was having a conversation with someone, and this reminded me that I gotta put you guys onto something. Guys, jealousy is so ugly. Jealousy is beyond ugly. Does that make sense, guys? Like, if you are a part of something or a part of a group of friends and circles and there is jealousy involved, you need to find yourself a whole new group of people. Like, it's not for you. It's not for you. And if you are that person that's like in a relationship that's so jealous to the point that your girlfriend or your boyfriend cannot turn around in a room and have a conversation with a female without, not saying that a man or, not saying that man that disrespects your girl or woman that, se sobrepasa is disrespectful, but I'm talking about jealousy. Just guys and girls that are just so jealous that you can't pick up a phone call, you can't leave the room by yourself, you know what I'm saying, that everything is a problem, that everything is an argument, you know what I'm saying, like you can't walk next to a female, you can't walk next to a guy, that like everything's a problem, everything's an argument. Like, Jesus Christ, like I can't live life like that. Guys, there is 100% such thing as being in a relationship and actually generally being happy. There is 100% such thing as being in a relationship and having discussions that are healthy. Anybody who tells you that there's no such thing as people who have healthy, happy, valuable discussions or arguments, whatever you want to call it, they're lying. They don't think it's possible because they've never really put all the work and effort into what it means to really respecting one another and valuing what it is that the other person, the other one has to say, right? There's so many people that are in relationships that want to be right fighters. Have you ever been in a relationship with somebody who wants to be a right fighter? Yeah. And are you like me that you just like go ahead and win? Like, go ahead and be right. Like, let them be right. Let them be right. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, I don't got time. If you want to be right, you're right. But I don't have time for jealous friends. I don't have time for a jealous relation. I don't have time for any relationship, to be honest with you. I'm good. I'm happy, content where I'm at. So this thing got nothing to do with me. I'm investigating you guys. Like if you don't have the mental capability, the mental health to be able to deal with those things, then you shouldn't put yourself in those things. Because if you do, that means you're kind of lonely. And if you're lonely, in a negative lonely, because there's good lonely and there's negative lonely. There's a lonely where you're content and complacent being alone, and you're happy. Like you're so happy. Like you're genuinely happy, right? And then you have people who are lonely and are miserable, right? And they want to make you miserable with them. And it's like they'll hold on to something and someone because they can't be alone. And that's really sad. They need therapy, and there's nothing wrong with therapy. So many people are against therapy because they want to leave it to God. What God put these people here for you, right? Then this is why there's so much chaos within the mental health industry, when the mental health world, period, let alone the mental health industry, to make this, to make people aware of different mental conditions and what we can do to have patients have these resources. And they wonder why suicide is so high, right? Because people they're not willing to just go and heal and go through the process. They're just so desperate to be loved. Or if they have a relationship and they with someone, they're like, oh, I'm wifed up. Oh, I got a husband. I can treat him or treat her any way I want. It doesn't matter because that's my husband and that's my wife, where they're gonna go. So on top of the fact, you don't want them to leave the home, you don't want them to cheat, you don't want them to argue, you want them to be around you all the time, but you're constantly nagging, you're constantly bitching, you're constantly complaining, there's a problem with every single thing him or her does. Do you even want to be with yourselves? Like there's nothing wrong with healing. There's nothing wrong with being alone and like really falling in love with yourself. Like, if you put the time that you put into the person that you're interested in, you will love yourself so much. Like, if you love yourself the way you love someone else, or if you want yourself the way you want someone else, can you imagine where would you be right now? Or where will you be in your healing journey? I do not recommend entering a situation, whether it's a friendship or situationship or relationship or dating, and you're not in some type of a place where mentally you're able to deal with adult situations in a healthy manner. You're able to speak and understand that not everybody is the same. Not every man is the same. Not every woman is the same. And for people who think that, you're very small-minded, because God births kings every day. God births queens every single day. And I'd rather be divorced than miserable. I'd rather be alone, happy, and peaceful than in a miserable relationship full of lies, or someone who's so insecure that they'll end up cheating on you or cheating on themselves and self-sabotage it to the point where it destroys you. So it's not saying that when you're healed and you're in a good place that you won't meet an asshole, whether a female or guy, because you will. But when you're healed, you're able to notice red flags and specific patterns that you're able to catch yourself and be like, oh, this is something that's very familiar, and this is something that's not good. Red flag, write it down. When you have a list and that good outweighs the bad outweighs the good, it is time to walk away. I cannot tell you how many of my females have given chances time and time again, including myself, guys. But I've learned a lesson. See, now it's fool me once, what is it? Shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, fool me. There is no 3. I'm gone on 2. Because everyone deserves second chances. Not everyone, because I mean, if you're crazy, a pedophile, not everyone. But for the most part, people deserve second chances. But that's it. Because by the second time, it's a pattern. After that, they're just taking advantage. So no matter what or how much you love someone, if they're not for you, friendship, family, friends, or foe, set your boundaries and go. It's really simple. Oh my God, I love you guys. Have a good night, guys. Bye. Like, subscribe, share. Why do I say subscribe on Facebook? Anyway, love you guys. Bye.